Hi, I'm AJ Hogue, the director of Effortless English. It's time for today's student question. Here's the question. I can read English well, but my speaking is bad. Why is this, and how can I change this? Well, this is another extremely common question. It's a very common situation. In fact, most English learners read English much better than they understand spoken English or speak it. And again, what's the reason for this? Schools. It's the traditional old way of learning. So in most English classrooms, you learn mostly with your eyes. Right? The teacher writes English sentences on the board. Then you write them in your notebook. You're reading a textbook all the time. When your teacher spoke English, maybe he or she spoke in your language a lot. For example, a Japanese teacher might explain English, but they would speak Japanese. They would speak Japanese and then explain English grammar using Japanese. So the problem is that in a normal English class, you're actually not listening to much English. You may be reading a lot of English on the board, in the textbook, on the worksheets, but you're hearing a lot of your own language and maybe a little bit of English. And then it's worse. When you go home, what kind of homework did you usually have? Usually it was written homework, right? Usually the teacher said, do this exercise in the book. Do this activity in the textbook. So you again were reading some kind of English, and then you were maybe writing something. And then you would give that to your teacher for your homework. Lots of eyes, right? Lots of reading and writing, eyes and hands, but not much with your ears. See, the secret to speaking English well is to develop great listening. You have to learn with your ears, not your eyes. You should be listening to English 80% of your study time. 80% of your focus should be on English listening, not on reading. Now later, when you're very advanced and you speak very well, you can do more reading. You can make the reading part a bigger part. But right now, as you're trying to improve your speaking, you've got to focus a lot on listening. Listening. You need to be listening to English at least 1 hour per day. That's my best recommendation. Listen to English audios at least 1 hour every day. Learn with your ears, not with your eyes. And that's today's student question. To learn more about the Effortless English system, join our free email newsletter at effortlessenglishclub.com. See you there. Bye-bye.